Saw? The allegation lingered thick in the air for 10 anxious minutes. Confusion filled the stadium. While Sasnovich persisted in his argument with the referee, commentators stammered through uncomfortable filler. Then came the answer that completely changed the story. It was nothing short of a mic drop moment when the Rafa Nadal Academy, where Eala has trained since her junior years, released a statement. "We have been informed of the baseless and disparaging charges against our athlete, Aliaksandra. Let's be quite clear," the statement started. Alexandra's heart, her work ethic, and the hundreds of hours she has spent sweating on the clay in Manicure are the only high-tech tools she employs. The energy of Rafael Nadal himself continued to be channeled into the speech. It is more than simply an insult to a 20-year-old to accuse her of cheating since she persisted from 0 to 4. It is disrespectful to tennis as a sport. Because she is a warrior who does not know how to give up, Aliaksandra was quick in the last 3 minutes. "Miss Sasnovich is welcome to join us for a week of training. Maybe then she'll know why she's moving so quickly." At that point, the school did more than just stand up for Eala. By effectively painting Sasnovich as a bitter loser who couldn't tolerate being outworked, they turned the story on its head. The stadium was taken aback by the comments, and Filipino supporters cheered. The racket was promptly examined by officials. It was the norm. The shoes were examined. Standard as well. Since there was no proof of misconduct, the charges lacked substance, and Sasnovich seemed to be a player under the weight of a rising Filipino celebrity. Drama like that, however, doesn't just go away. Allegations of adultery, worldwide headlines, and a furious online altercation all have a negative psychological impact. Eala didn't have much time to think about it. Ekaterina Alexandrova, a dangerous Russian, was waiting for her in the quarterfinals. At this point, reality set in. A return to the court less than 24 hours after the physical and mental ordeal of the comeback. Her name was still being chanted by the audience behind her. As a result of the dispute, cameras focused on her shoes. Lightning did not, however, strike twice. She seemed exhausted, but she battled. She seemed to succumb to the emotional strain of upholding her morals as much as the physical fatigue of that arduous recovery. With clinical accuracy, Alexandrova, a player ranked in the top 15, gave her no opportunities and won 6-3, 6-3. No miracle recoveries from 0 to 4 occurred. Eala managed to break back once, this time by saving break points, but the tank was almost empty. The query persisted. Did Eala lose momentum as a result of Sasnovich's outburst and the ensuing storm? Did Sasnovich's tirade end up costing Eala the championship? Did she spend the whole night awake due to the distraction of an inquiry and the worldwide scrutiny? The timing is difficult to ignore, but we may never know. Additionally, there is no pause button in tennis. The tour goes rather quickly. Eala traveled directly to Doha for the Qatar Open, a renowned WTA 1000 tournament, after the incident and her run to the quarterfinals. She had just achieved a huge professional milestone by breaking into the top 40, but she was entering a shark tank. Teresa Valentova, an 18-year-old Czech prodigy and another emerging talent who had previously caused Eala problems, was her opponent in the first round. This was meant to be atonement, the ideal opportunity to quiet detractors and demonstrate that Abu Dhabi was about heart rather than rhetoric. Before a tie-break, the opening set was tense and close. Eala had opportunities, but Valentova, who was new and untarnished, won 7-6. The emotional toll of the preceding week appeared to come crashing down in the second set. The dramatic comeback, the charge of cheating, the ferocious defense by the Rafa Nadal Academy, the defeat by Alexandrova, and the hasty trip to Doha. Eala faltered, losing the opening round and the set 6-1. It was a hard hit. A drop now threatened, and ranking points were at stake. However, take a step back and consider the whole picture. Aliaksandra Sasnovich accused Eala of cheating because she couldn't believe someone could fight so hard, not because she was caught. That's the greatest praise disguised as an insult, in a weird manner. A's skill level was so intense and unrelenting that it completely destroyed her opponent's perception of what was feasible. That's effect, not scandal. And it's far from over for a 20-year-old to make it into the top 40. The high-tech speculations swiftly turned into emotional allegations from a disappointed opponent who had let a 4-0 lead to slip away, but the Rafa Nadal Academy remained steadfast. Eala did indeed fall in the next round. She did make a mistake in Doha, but that's just part of growing up on tour. Competing against the world's top players, she is just 20 years old and recently placed in the top 40. And pushing them to their boundaries rather than just competing. Even seasoned veterans are perspiring under her. They're shouting because of her. She is causing them to question. Sasnovich is free to blame whoever she likes. But Eala's tenacity is the only thing that makes her really electrifying. There was no cheating here. It was fortitude. It was faith. It was fantastic. And for those who aren't prepared for it, excellence may sometimes seem terrifying. What do you think, then? Was Sasnovich right to doubt that unexpected acceleration? Or was he only a veteran finding it difficult to concede to the strong pride of the Filipino people? Tell us your current position. Team Eala or Team Inquiry? Please show some love, remain subscribed, and continue to follow the drama with us if you appreciated this in-depth look at one of the most outrageous disputes of the 2026 season. Court Eva Tennis is signing off at this time. I'll see you on the court. No, the Academy has been my home for the last 7 years, and naturally, I have to say that I believe it's a tremendous chance for testers, particularly the juniors, to be exposed to this level, and I'm very pleased with the way I played the game. I believe she was a formidable opponent, and yes, the weather was really hot, but I'm really glad. How does it feel to be making your main draw debut with Melbourne, Alex, after having such a great year the previous year? It feels fantastic. I'm ecstatic. Coming in timeout, you know? If I understand correctly, could you provide us with an update on how you're feeling about your life? Yes, there is some pain as well as